This video will go about showing how to use Ethi-Cola. So go ahead and start Ethi-Cola wherever it may be found on your desktop or MacBook. Click on yes over here. This is me. Now, how do I know which ones to go ahead and access? Well, let's go back over here to the course syllabus. And notice here, anytime that you see Harry J. Gensler's book, Ethics: A Contemporary Introduction, and note here the footnote 11, you scroll over here. It says from here on out, EG shall be used for Harry J. Gensler's book, Ethics: A Contemporary Introduction. Anytime you see either this or EG, it means that there is a Ethi-Cola assignment for it. In this case, notice that it says Chapter 1. So let's go back to Ethi-Cola and access Chapter 1. Click on File, Load New Exercise Set. Notice here that this is the 3rd edition, 2018. If you're using the 2nd edition, just click here, as well as that one is also acceptable. I'll go ahead and be using the 3rd edition. So Ethics: A Contemporary Introduction 2018. Notice that we said that it's Chapter 1 for Cultural Relativism. Click there, OK. Notice here that you'll have some readings, a summary of what you were supposed to go ahead and have read. It's a kind reminder over here of the main ideas of that chapter. Here you can go ahead and click here or just press 0. Go ahead and then press 0 again, and eventually you'll get to answering the questions. So for example, it says here, cultural relativism holds that stealing is bad means, and then it's up to you to pick one of these options here. Let's go ahead and say is socially disapproved. That's correct. And it gives you a bit of a summary as to why that's correct as well. So this is an advantage that Ethi-Cola provides, is some feedback over here. Notice over here it says, oh, you got 1 out of 1. So here's how many you've gotten right and over the attempts as well, or the questions. Okay. Here so far it's 100%. Okay. Over the questions asked over here and how many correct. Okay. So there you can keep going on. Cultural relativism holds that infanticide is good, means, and then it's up to you to pick which one. Okay. Even if you get one wrong, hey, sorry, this is wrong, please try again. Did you read the chapter? Okay. So eventually it should go about, and when you do get the correct one, it'll give you some feedback as well. But notice that it says, hey, I've only received 2 out of the 3 questions attempted, so 66%. Okay. So what happens after I'm done? Eventually you're done here when the screen will change, and the screen should be something like this. Congrats, you completed exercise. This is from a different chapter at 100%. So there it'll tell you, and it'll match whatever scores over here as well. It tells you some ways to go about it and access those things that I will show you how to submit in a bit. Okay. So this should be the screen that you get, and it's only here after you earn 100% with respect to each exercise that it actually saves it. So there is no automatic saving progress. If you restart and you didn't hit 100%, you will have to start over and do it again. So it's best to do it in one sitting, or at least if you're going to take a break, be sure that your computer is not likely to restart or anything like that where you can lose your progress. Okay. So how is it that you go on about submitting it? These you submit alongside your journals. If the reading for that week asks you to do the readings from the book that I have mentioned. So you click on Tools, View or Email Scores, and here you'll have the ones that you've been provided, okay? Click on Paste to Email. Okay, so it says, look, it should look something like this over here. If it does, then come back and click on Yes. If it doesn't, click on No. So let's see if it does in fact look like that. So we click on assignments, journal number 1. Here's the questions asked. Okay. And then here, I don't have that available to me as an instructor. It's only for students. So it'll be submitted through Turnitin, which is you can use anything from your Google Docs or a Word document or anything else that you've been using. So for example, a sample one that I put up here, sample journal, say here's my 3 responses to the questions. And it stated that place your Ethi-Cola scores after you're done responding to the other questions available there for you. So simply, if you have a Mac, click on Command V as in Victor, or if you have a Windows-based computer, click on Control V again as in Victor. And this is what it should look like over here. Ethi-Cola scores here for me, and then here are the available scores as well. Okay. This is what should go on, and then again, in your view, you'll have this Turnitin available saying, hey, it's not plagiarized, it's my work, and then you should be able to upload it. And upload that information with this here, okay? After that, you just click submit, and I'll receive that. Should there be any issues that Canvas is down or it doesn't allow you to submit that, then go ahead and email it to me before the deadline, okay? With that said, that in essence is how you go about using Ethi-Cola over here. Okay, so to finish this part off over here, yes, in fact, that's the case. Yes, it does look like that. Great. But how about if it doesn't? You click on no, and it provides you just some extra information as to where you can locate that information to and send it through email and so on. Fine, the last point over here is let's say that you want to change the exercise that you're going to go ahead and do. Go back to File, Load New Exercise Set, and then just change the other ones. For example, over here on the syllabus, for the reading, say for a different week, we can go on and look and see what it's asking for us to do. So in this case, it says the readings for this date over here, it says go on and do EG chapter 2, subjectivism over here. So do that reading and also that Ethi-Cola. So we go over here, subjectivism, and then OK. And then you go on from there, just like the other chapter.